Hey, it's Natasha. I'm here at Brawer Guitars and I'm meeting up with Gary Brawer to have my brand new guitar, plek'd. I've actually never seen a plek machine in action, so I thought it'd be fun to walk you through the process. So, hi Gary.
Hi.
Thanks for having me in your shop.
Glad you can make it.
I brought my guitar, I brought my Kramer Focus, fresh out of the box. So I'm bringing it in to be plek'd today, and I thought a great thing to talk about is what is a plek machine and what does it do?
Good question. It's a pretty new technology in terms of guitars for the last 10 to 20 years. What it does is it analyzes your frets in your fingerboard for levelness and scale length and all the parameters that make it play in tune and easy to play and least amount of buzzing. So it analyzes it, and then it has the ability to actually cut your frets so they become level in height. And the reason you want your frets to be level is so your guitar doesn't buzz.
Right.
If you have one fret that's high or one that's low, those notes will buzz, and then you'll have a problem with your songs or just when you're playing.
Extra noise.
Yeah, it'll bother you. So the reason we do the plek is we used to do it by hand, with files and sandpaper or whatever it took to make the frets level. This is a computer-controlled machine that analyzes it and cuts it. It never has a bad day. Its tolerances are so tight that it's remarkable. If I was doing it without the machine, I would have a straight edge, and I would kind of go along and I'd look for rocking, and we'd look for stuff that was high or low. Like right here, there's a little rocking, and we'd just take the high frets down or see if it's a low fret. With the plek, it just takes care of all that.
So you have a plek machine, but how, and I know this is like a more recent invention, but how common are they in repair shops, and where did the machine originate from?
It was a love child born in Berlin from a guitar player who was actually a tinkerer in repairs. And he wanted to find a way to do a fret level and make it, computer accurate. The machine I have now is second generation. I had bought the first generation machine in the country.
Wow.
In the world, I think, third or fourth that ever existed. And I bought it because I heard there was this machine out there that could do fret mill. And part of the problem is when you do a fret level, you use your wrist and your elbow a lot. And I was doing a lot of them. And I kind of wanted to save my wrist and elbow for the future. So I called up Germany and I said, hey, how do I get one of these? And they brought one out to a trade show, and I got it to try out after the trade show. This is probably 20 years ago.
Wow.
And since then, they've reinvented the machine, where now not only does it level frets, it has a router in it, and it'll actually cut a fingerboard level. If you have a fretless neck or you're doing a refret, it'll make the fingerboard level. It'll also take a fingerboard and cut fret slots, so you can refret a guitar.
Oh, cool.
It'll do inlay. It'll cut nut slots. It'll do acoustic guitar bridge saddles. They keep expanding its functionality, and they're pretty rare. Even though I'd say in the Bay Area there has been two machines in a long time. A third just showed up in the Bay Area, and we're a pretty congested guitar world here. So 3 here is about right. LA probably has a couple. I think it shows up in the big playing areas or in production.
Sure.
They were able to make the machine that could work really fast. And so a lot of major manufacturers bought them to use in one way or another in their production. So they were able to survive on that. The price point's pretty high, so you have to have a pretty good turnover.
Yes. And it saves you a little bit of manual labor, which is great.
It definitely saves wear and tear on the bones.
Yes. So I'm bringing my guitar in to get plek'd. It's brand new. I've barely played it. But when someone's bringing a guitar into your shop to get plek'd, what's the reasoning for that usually? Usually
it's because it's not playing the way you want it to, because of a fret buzz, or you're just not sure why. There's just something getting between you and being able to play it, and say the adjustments aren't quite doing it because we're running into a fret buzz, or we're running into a twist in the neck or something that's just not right in the neck that's not allowing us to do the correct adjustments. Mm-hmm. And then we'll analyze it on the plek and then see what kind of work it needs.
Cool. Well, now that we know a little bit about the plek machine, should we watch it in action?
Let's measure your guitar.
Yeah, let's do it.